G'day, Pat Cranchall here, and you're interested in knowing what the average loan size or mortgage size in Australia and where Brisbane sits. So it's always interesting to know and compare yourself against other states. I guess your own mortgage itself and what's it's costing you in comparison to others. We're only humans, we like to know what's going on. So in Brisbane city itself, or around about metropolitan, it's just under 600,000, and for investors it's just over 600,000 now. It's a long way from the average of between 300 and 400 maybe 10-15 years ago, so it certainly has increased. The biggest takeaway, I guess, from this is making sure that whatever the mortgage that you do have is sustainable and within your graphs, and you can afford it based on the current interest rates, which are around about the 6% mark, and probably looking at staying there for a little while yet before potentially they sort of stabilise and maybe come back a little bit. A point to remember though is that the average interest rate over the last 30 years, even including when the oldies talk about their rates at 19%, 18% back in the 80s, the average is 7% over 30 years. So we're about where it has been for a long time. Obviously over that pandemic the rates were a lot lower, which probably gave people a sense of, I can get into the market now, which obviously pushed everything up, and now they're now having to, I guess, not pay the cost, but have to manage that process through with the rates somewhere between 5 and 7% now. So look, if you're looking at getting into the market as a first home buyer, there's plenty of opportunities out there with the government schemes that are available. They're normally capped at 700,000 for some of them in Brisbane, which means that for some it's going to be a townhouse or a unit, and for others they may be able to find a house sort of a little bit further out afield. But remembering it's a good stepping stone, it's a good opportunity to take advantage of a 5% deposit and not have to pay the mortgage insurance, and also get a lower interest rate. And then if the situation suits you, you can maybe use that property as an investment property and leverage out of that the equity that you might have over the next 4 or 5 years into a new property, or you sell that property and get into the house that you really want down the track. Just like I had to do it, and plenty of other people had to do it in terms of getting onto the property market at a cheaper property, and then moving your way through into the stages of your life, and the affordability obviously of you being able to manage that process and purchasing something that's going to be suitable for you. Alright, well, hopefully that's given you a little bit of information around the average cost in Queensland and a few other snippets. Hope you are well, and we look forward to hearing from you and chatting with you soon. Cheers.